Mary. Thank you so much. It's been so lovely working with you. And so I just wanted to ask you a few questions about what you enjoyed working with me and
Right.
just hear your thoughts. But first, tell me about yourself. What's your name? What's your business?
Okay. My name is Mary Coughlin. I'm a neonatal nurse practitioner and the president and founder of Caring Essentials Collaborative. Also a secondary subsidiary of my main business is the Trauma-Informed Care Certification, which is what brought me to your beautiful services.
Awesome. So yeah, what really did you hire me for? What were your main needs?
So I've been sitting on this project for the Trauma-Informed Care Certification for quite some time. I mean, about a year. And I'm a new entrepreneur, relatively speaking, and I really struggled with the whole marketing aspects of this project. And it really means a lot to me. This project really means a lot to me. And I didn't want to mess it up just doing it, homegrown. And so I was really looking for somebody who had the skills, who had the knowledge to really make this look sleek and professional and really magnetize folks, to come and want to do this. So I felt really blessed when we met, and it just felt like the right thing to do. You shared with me your skill set, and it was like, I want this chick.
Yeah, it was awesome. We met at a mastermind, and you were explaining everything that you'd done, and I'm like, you did all the hard stuff. And I was like, all of this stuff is easy, because you thought you were going to launch maybe end of 2020 if you were lucky.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that even seemed like a stretch to me when we were chatting. So this whole experience with you has just blown my mind. I mean, I can't take this smile off my face. I just feel
awesome.
so good about this.
And now we're ready. We're doing a pre-launch in May, and it'll be ready. Like, you'll be accepting applications in June.
Yes. All thanks to you, my friend. Thank you very much.
You're perfect. You're so much fun to work with.
Thank you. God love you.
What was the biggest breakthrough you had from working with me?
I mean, it really was, having having an expert really take the reins on this. I think, I don't know if it's an entrepreneurial default or if it's myself, but, this feeling like you have to do it all by yourself, and, you just have to kind of drudge through it. And that's how I was feeling. I was feeling like I was drudging through it. It's funny that you said I had done the hard part. To me, what you consider the hard part was actually relatively easier. I mean, it was a lot of work, but it was in my core competency, so I felt okay about it. Mm-hmm. So really being able to just give this baby to you, and I felt so confident that you were going to take care of it all for me. And what was interesting is, and I don't know if you noticed this, but on some of our calls, you would ask me, so do you want me to do this, or would you like to do that and stuff? And I really liked that relationship. But I was also inside trying to be really good about, I have a lot of stuff on my plate, and I've engaged your services to do this. You know what the right thing is to do. I'm gonna let it go. Although inside I felt like, oh, I don't want to overwhelm her. I don't want to make her do more work. But the smart part of my brain is like, this is what she does. She's going to make it beautiful. Give it to her. And so that was really the biggest insight to working with you, was that level of freedom that you gave me, and that you made me feel so comfortable that it was okay for me to give you the baby too, you know? So that was really very super cool.
Awesome. And I know it is, especially when you've been working on something like this so long and so big, and creating this certification. I'm honored that you trusted me with it, but it was fun because we would brainstorm and you got what I was saying, but then you're like, go ahead and run with it.
But you really made me feel, you exuded this feeling of trustworthiness in me, which was a really cool thing. Just your confidence, everything about you and the way, we connected just instilled a sense of like, I don't need to worry about this. It's all good, kind of a thing. So.
And that's what I want to. Yeah. Like, I know marketing isn't everyone's favorite thing, and I I love it. So
Thank
to
goodness.
be able to help you with it is my favorite thing, favorite opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So what was, I think you talked about a little bit, but what was life like before, or how were you approaching the marketing before working with me, and what
Oh my heavens. Let me
challenges and
tell you how I was just avoiding it. That's it. That's how I was approaching it. Was I wasn't approaching it.
Yeah.
And it just kept taking a back seat. And I mean, on one hand, it was cool that, so many people knew that I had been working on this. So they kept asking, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? We're really excited. Which, on one hand was like, yay. But on the other hand, it was like, oh my God, that means I have to do the marketing stuff and I just don't know, what to do. So I really felt, what's the word? I was procrastinating, insanely about this. But I realized that, I was just waiting for you to, cross my path. I think that's what the whole deal was. So it wasn't fun before I met you.
Make it easy, and in it's pretty much been a month, less than 2 months, and we're already up and running.
I mean, your efficiency, your attention to detail, I mean, it just feels so nice to be cared for. I mean, I know you were working on the project, but the project, it has me in it. So it really made me feel cared for, which I really liked.
And I look forward to being able to work on it for you, but also our weekly meetings to connect and make up our next plan.
And I loved that as well, that having that continual contact, and just getting those updates, it helped me also, stay involved with the project. Because I mean, I kind of, there's that balance of like, here, take the baby and I'll come back when they're 18 versus, here, take the baby and let's check in every now and again. So that really helped me as well. See where you were at. Now I'm so wicked excited because of what has been happening in my mind behind the scenes. Obviously it's not behind the scenes for you because you're doing this, but it just felt, again, that level of trust and reassurance that this is happening, and it's great.
Perfect. I love that it's given you a lot of stress relief.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's sort of next question is, what are some specific results you've seen from working together?
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, first and foremost, I mean, the level of creativity and just knowledge around marketing, right? So I had never thought about, a teaser quiz or anything like that. I mean, and so that was a really cool idea to, generate some interest, let people know I haven't dropped the ball. It will be coming. I loved that. I loved, the due diligence that you did, and about trying to find the best platform to host the quiz, being mindful of, like the visual, engagement part of it, that it was more than functionality. I mean, I liked that aspect of it. And that was a really great, takeaway. And then the handbook piece, I had just thrown stuff on there, but you just really took it, and with that really critical, keen eye of a marketer, just formatted it and phrased, helped with the phrasing and all that kind of stuff to a level that was just so much better than I could have done. I mean, it was so painful to just do what I gave you, and you were probably like, but that was really, really awesome too. And then, again, as we kind of mentioned at the beginning, I had done the guts of the certification, but there was all this client interfacing stuff that I couldn't even, get myself into. I mean, it felt so arduous, so painful to do that. And, you just do it, you just kind of pull the words together, you format it nice, there's pictures there, and it just looks so crisp and professional. So, having those things now today make me feel like, forget the end of the year. Let's just do this, because it's just, it looks so perfect and so ready for prime time.
And you've got people waiting, and
yes.
And that's the great part, is you had all the materials, like you knew what you would just like, you just gave me everything and I was able to organize it. That's what I liked, is it was like, I wasn't waiting on content. You're like, oh, here's this, here's that. And it made it so easy because,
oh, God bless you. Thanks.
Yeah. You got everything out of your brain, and then I just had to like reorganize it for marketing.
But what was nice is that, and that was the other piece that I liked about working with you is, you know, that rapport that we had. So you kind of would help me, you know, you would give me some phrases and some, you know, kind of, like an outline almost that I could then fill in the blanks. Again, it's kind of like, you know, it's marketing language, a little bit different than, you know, kind of scientific nursing language, you know, the way you put it together. So looking at a blank piece of paper and writing something up was really overwhelming, but you were just so, can I use the word nurturing? I mean, because that's how I felt, you know, you just like, this is what, you know, where we're going for. This is what you want to, you know, why did you do this? And it might sound simple to you, but for me, you know, having that level of direction just really made it easier for me then to tell that story. And then, you know, you have those words then to kind of craft, you know, the copy with, you know.
Well, it was fun. We sort of like in our calls would have like, we just feed off of each other and come up with all these awesome ideas.
Yeah, I did like the working calls. That was really helpful because it was like an hour of time that was fully dedicated to this project that had been getting lost, you know, in the shuffle for quite some time. So I appreciate that, you know, kind of pulling me in. Yes, you use the A word, yeah.
What would you say to someone thinking about hiring me?
Oh, I think, you know, you got to do it. You've absolutely got to do it. I think, you know, when you're doing this kind of thing and marketing is not your area of expertise, you need somebody who's going to make you feel supported, who's going to give you that sense that they're going to be able to take your baby and care for it and nurture it and help it to, you know, grow into that, you know, toddler or whatever that you want to show to the world. And you really gave me that sense of security, trustworthiness that you need, right? I mean, there's no need to feel worried about this. I mean, if I felt worried working with you, I think that, you know, would have, you know, well, we wouldn't be working together. So for somebody to, you know, for me to recommend you, I think the biggest call out for you is you have this beautiful demeanor that you really want to understand what your client's goals and objectives are. You know, I know you use the term intuitive in how you describe your business, and that's how I felt. I mean, even though you don't have any knowledge of the specialty that I do, it wasn't a barrier. You know, you just really were able to listen, ask questions and process it, and you just seemed to really get right under the skin of what it was that I was trying to get out into the world. So I think that's, you know, if that's what you're looking for, you know, planet Earth, if that's what you're looking for, this is the chick that you need to connect with, because she will give you that undivided attention. She'll give you that personal sense of what you're working on it's everything to her. She's going to give 100% commitment to it. And it gives you such a sense of reassurance, and that the quality of what you're going to get is wonderful. It's absolutely beautiful. So I hope that's, you know, it was just wonderful working with you. Just absolutely wonderful working with you.
Thank you. And the feedback's great too, to know what people appreciate or what I'm doing right. Because you always wonder, I'm like, I hope I'm helping people. I hope I'm making a difference.
Yeah, you absolutely are.
Oops. What are 3 words that you would say to describe working with me?
Oh, only 3 words. I mean, definitely, you're very patient. You know, very, you know, personable and intuitive. I like that. You have a very engaging demeanor. I know I'm going off on track here. I would say thorough, super knowledgeable, very patient and professional. That you know, those are the words that really come to mind when, you know, in my experience with you. I just look forward to the calls. So
thank you.
I apologize. Should I just like delineated 3 words or?
No, whatever feels right.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you had a selection process, or like, why would you say pick me over anyone else?
So, I mean, I've really steered clear of, you know, going for any kind of a marketing person. I mean, I don't know how people hear about, the fact that you're an entrepreneur, but I would get all these emails of people trying to like solicit my business, and all this kind of stuff. And just, it bothered me that I didn't even know who they were, right? They were just reaching out. So that kind of gave me a bit of a bad taste in my mouth about, marketing and stuff, and which made me feel like I have to figure out how to do this on my own. And what really made me go with you was, as you had mentioned earlier, is we met at a mastermind, and we had just literally met each other, and we were sitting at that big table, and everybody was sharing, kind of what their challenge was, or what their priority was for the next 90 days or something, I forget. And as you were sharing your feedback with the rest of the group, I was just really impressed by the listening. You were so in tune to what it was that I was articulating. I didn't even know what it was I needed. I just knew I had a problem. And I was just so impressed by your ability to kind of sift past my, complaining about this, and, and just, like a surgeon, you just kind of went right in and were like, okay, this, and this, and this, and this. And it immediately caught my attention that this chick knows her stuff. I mean, here's this professional. And then we started chatting. And then you said, oh, well, yeah, this is what I do. And I was like, give me your card. I need to connect with you. And that was another thing that I thought, your ability to evaluate the situation was really impressive, that you asked good questions. You were really trying to, I think about myself as a nurse practitioner, you were trying to diagnose the problem. Mm-hmm. And how you do that is you just ask really good critical questions. I know the questions to ask around, health and stuff like that, but marketing, no. But you went right in, and I loved it. I loved it, and the authenticity, just really, it sold me, so.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been, you're like my ideal client. I love working with you. I look forward to it. When I'm working on projects, I look forward to it. So.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
It's been fun.
I massively appreciate it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Is there anything else you wanted to add that I didn't ask or didn't cover?
I would just say to anybody who's looking for a marketer, you've got to reach out to Alyssa Williamson. I mean, she is just the bee's knees. She will give you what you want. She will make you feel supported and nurtured. She gives you some constructive ideas to kind of think differently about where you're coming at with your product that you're trying to get out there. Just a very enjoyable and empowering experience. I feel like it was a lesson on so many different levels. Learning how to delegate, right, and feel comfortable with that, because she had set up such a trusting rapport. So go with this chick.
Yeah. So I love it. It's building relationships with customers too, and that we get to chat and have a little bit of time, and really it's knowing why you're doing this and the bigger picture, and your passion.
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't feel like I was putting you out, because your authenticity and the genuineness in which you were engaging me in trying to understand what the heck it was that I was doing. Because I could talk about this until the cows come home, but I always have to kind of test, like, is she still listening? Like, or am I killing her? And you just were so gracious and so open-hearted about it. I knew this. I was going to get what I wanted.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm super to share, but like it's we don't have these conversations, so thank you.
No, you're most welcome. No, we're all down to business.
Yeah.
This is good. Thank you so very much for everything.
You're welcome. Yeah. Thank you. Cool. Well, I appreciate you for your time, and we'll be chatting soon.
All right. That sounds brilliant, my friend. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you.